Oh man, do I have a banging hidden gem to talk to you about today. This is Anniversario by Pantheon. And before I dive into the review, I gotta know, have you guys tried any fragrances from Pantheon? Have you tried Anniversario? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you've tried the brand, if you like the brand, hate the brand. Let's get a conversation started. All right, so I got my trusty Fragrantica page pulled up. This fragrance was released in the year 2020. This is the main reason why I pulled up this page, because I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing the perfumer's name, and I apologize, but Arturetto Landi, I believe is how you pronounce it. And the top notes are peach, strawberry, blueberry, coconut, saffron, heliotrope, rose, orchid, jasmine, oud, sandalwood, musk, vanilla, and patchouli. I almost can't help but chuckle at the notes list because it's quite long and it just sounds like a delectable, incredible list of notes. And it is, and it shows in the fragrance. So let me give you a quick story as to how I discovered this fragrance. I walked into Zor Perfumery in Milan. If you're ever in Milan, definitely check out Zor. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll add some clips to this video so you can see what the inside looks like. It's just gorgeous. But I was trying to find that perfumery. It's a bit tucked away. And I'm like, I gotta be getting close because I smell something in the air that smelled like a fruity oud kind of a scent. And I'm like, all right, it's gotta be around here somewhere. Sure enough, there was a woman standing outside spraying this fragrance and kind of giving it out to passerbys on scent strips. But I didn't see what she was spraying. I just walked right into the perfumery, kind of like overwhelmed with excitement to be there. And it was an amazing experience. I wound up leaving with God of Fire by Stefan Ambraluca, an amazing fragrance. And I was happy with my purchase, but when I walked outside, she was still there, spraying the pieces of paper. I said, what do you have there? She had this, and she was spraying this, and let me tell you, it's stunning. So as you can see with the notes list, this is kind of a fruity fragrance, although it is not overly gourmand. Yes, you have things like peach and blueberry and kind of more fruity gourmand notes, but as it dries down, you're gonna get a lot of that base. Oud really anchors this fragrance. So for men out there who might be turned off by the note list, give this a try because that oud is pretty prominent in here, and same for you ladies out there. Definitely try before you buy because there is a noticeable aroma of oud, which I personally love, but not everybody is gonna love that. So when you spray it, yes, you get the peach and the coconut and blueberry, and I think there's strawberry in this, which is insane. Yeah, saffron. You get kind of a bouquet of fruits at the top, but you are not left with just a fruity opening. You also have the saffron, you have some heliotrope in here that kind of gives the scent some dimension, so it's not just kind of a fruit bomb. This definitely has a Middle Eastern feel, in my opinion. Yes, it's got the fruits, it's got the saffron and spices, but then it has the oud in the base that is quite prominent. And so it just kind of reminds me of a more Middle Eastern perfume. This is something that I could see a brand like Xerjoff releasing. It kind of fits into their lineup of fragrances while they're not necessarily a Middle Eastern company, and neither is Pantheon. They're both Italian companies, but they have influence from Middle Eastern perfumery, and even the packaging, especially for Xerjoff, is very Middle Eastern leaning. And I get that big time in here because when the fruits are kind of there from the top to the dry down, it's always there. But there's a power shift about halfway through this fragrance where when it sits closer to the skin and somebody comes in or leans in for a hug or to greet you, they're gonna get a nice dose of oud. Some people don't love oud, but this is a friendly oud. This is not some kind of like stinky, animalic, fecal kind of oud. This is a very balsamic, wearable and approachable oud that I'm loving. In terms of weather or seasons and occasions, I would say all year round. This is a very versatile fragrance because you have a lot of the fruity aspects and the musky aspects. I think that would serve you well in the warmer temperatures, but there are also, heavier, more dense vanilla, musk, oud that can kind of get you through those cooler seasons and really kind of hang around on your skin when our skin is the driest, which is in the winter time. While I think this is a versatile fragrance, this is not one that I would wear, or at least wear more than one spray of in the office or in an office setting. If you're in close quarters, you could easily choke somebody out with this. I wore about 5 sprays of this fragrance, and I went to the gas station and I got up to the counter, and she kind of like looked, she was kind of looking around. She goes, "Man, somebody's fragrance smells great, but it is strong." It was this. And I even said, I'm like, now I gotta know, smell my arm. Is it me? That she goes, "Yep, that's you." She goes, "It smells awesome. It's just super intense." So I went a little heavy on the trigger, kind of learned my lesson there, and I probably wouldn't do more than 3 or 4 of this. In the summertime, I would do 2 sprays, 3 sprays maximum, and you are set. On skin, it's gonna last 8 to 10 hours. If you get it on clothes, it's gonna be more like 12+ hours. I think it's not gonna come out unless you wash your clothes, and even sometimes I've smelled traces of this on my clothes after I've washed them. This is an extrait concentration, an extrait de parfum concentration, so you know that's to be expected. Not every extrait performs beast on me, but this one absolutely does. My wife also wears this. It performs great on her. I can smell it all day, all night. She sprays her hair, it just gets locked into her hair. So awesome performance from Anniversario. To give you guys a point of reference, this is in a similar vein to actually God of Fire, which I mentioned earlier, also Erba Pura, just that very fruity, musky, vanilla kind of a scent profile. But this, again, is more my taste actually because of the spiciness from the saffron and the musks and the vanilla that sweetens it up as well, along with the oud. In my opinion, is just the star of the show in this fragrance. But I gotta just reiterate, don't be afraid of this fragrance if you're somebody who doesn't love oud, because my nose is kind of attuned to oud. You might not even pick up on it, but it just has a nice woody dry down that's very appealing. This is also in the vein of something like Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi. Definitely a similarity, although this does its own thing, but I think with the peach that is up top and the fruitiness, I think that it shares some similar notes to Kirke, along with some of the other fragrances I mentioned. This does its own thing. I don't think it's redundant to own this and those other mentioned fragrances. I can see a very confident person pulling this off. I say that because it's not only a great performer, and it's pretty loud. When you enter a room, people are going to smell you, that's for sure, especially if they're within 3 to 4 feet of you. But this is somebody with a strong personality. Man or woman can pull this off, but you have to have the personality, in my opinion, to kind of pull it off. If you're a shy or more quiet person, this is not gonna be an extension of your personality. This is quite loud, quite uplifting, a bit of a, this would be a great clubbing scent, honestly. Great clubbing scent, just because the performance and how fun the scent profile is. This is a sexy one to wear to the club. This is the 50 ml bottle, so the 50 and the 100 ml bottles look a little bit different. The 100 ml bottle is black, it's a bit taller, and it has kind of a gold ornate design about it. This is a smaller, clear bottle with just some of the gold. Around there you got the name of the fragrance, and you have the concentration and the size, and then there is the name of the brand. One thing I'll say about this packaging is that the sprayer, oh boy, the sprayer is nice. Check this out. See if you can see it. Really nice, really nice. It's my scent of the day, actually. It is so good. Overall, I am loving Anniversario. I picked this up again in Italy, so I made a lot of memories with this fragrance, and now every time I wear it, it kind of transports me back to the Lake Como area, the Milan area of Italy. Scent can do that. It's a very powerful thing in that way. And I will be wearing this a lot right now. It's fall season, but going into the winter months. And again, this is an all year round type fragrance. So it's gonna be getting a lot of wear. If I run through this in the next couple of years, I'm gonna get that 100 ml bottle for sure. Well, that's all I got for you on Anniversario by Pantheon. Once again, if you are familiar with the brand or you've tried this fragrance, let's talk about it down in the comments. Let's get a conversation going, and I will see you guys very soon.